name is Kate Russo. I am a teacher at Vermont South Special School. This is my 8th year teaching here, and I think in all my years of teaching I've always been interested in kids who just haven't fitted the mainstream. I think that those kids tend to just learn on them by themselves. They don't really need anyone special, but in a special school, not just the kids are special, it's the teachers, and I think that's a very attractive thing. Our school caters to primary age children in the eastern area of Melbourne who have a mild intellectual disability, and they get exposed to a huge range of programs. They have their own classroom program where they do literacy and numeracy and lots of social skills development, but they also have programs such as my own, which is science, environmental science and gardening. They have a home crafts program where they get to cook food and taste it. They have an art program, a phys ed program, music and computers, and we are just launching our new building later this month, which will be a learning centre for literacy and cross-age kinds of activities. So it's a very, very full program. I suppose another thing too is that the kids have access to excursions going out into the shopping centres, into the forests, into whatever it is that the children are learning about at school. We have our own buses, so they get to go out and experience the real life context which our children need.
I'm Kevin.
So that's the lettuce that
Yep.
you have been growing?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Have you been eating some of this lettuce?
Yes.
Yes. Did you take some home?
Yep.
Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So would you like to grow some more lettuce at home?
Yes, please.
Yes, we will do that then. Huh? Good.
Hi, my name is Rachel. This is my lettuce. I like it. I tasted it before, and I've not took it home yet.
All right. Why not?
It's not growing yet.
Okay. So you wanted to grow a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yes. Uh-huh. And what is that? What do you have here?
I have my clipboard.
Uh-huh. And what do you do with that?
We use it to tell how much we've measured the lettuce.
Okay. So you have been measuring the lettuce?
Yes.
That's good. And which one is your lettuce?
Right here.
Right there. Oh, that one is growing a lot. Really nice lettuce, that one, huh? So you also have a clipboard there?
Yeah.
Okay, and you have been doing some measurements?
Yeah.
Okay, which one is your lettuce?
That one.
Oh, okay, so you have been doing that one too.
Yeah.
Okay, I think yours is growing much more than the others. It's a very good lettuce.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you grow some lettuce at home?
Yeah.
Yes? Which one are better, the ones that you're growing at home or here?
Yeah.
Ah, here. Ah, that's what I thought. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Hi there.
And I planted lettuces.
So you have been growing which ones?
Those ones.
Ah, those ones there. Now, you have been taking measurements as well?
Yes.
Yes. You probably noticed that that one is not growing as much as the others. Well, that variety doesn't grow as much as the others. It's natural. That's the way it is, but still it's very nice, and that's why we grow it. Even though it doesn't grow as much, we grow it. So you don't need to be concerned, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Challenges for our kids are their difficulties perhaps with learning things and remembering things, and that they all need to have things presented to them in the best way for them to learn and to remember, so that for them it's difficult to learn something in their classroom and then perhaps remember that and apply it to another context. And I suppose that's why we have a lot of programs, and so that the kids get as many opportunities in different settings to practice the skills that they might learn.
On Saturday, I had a burger with my lettuce, and it was delicious.
Gardening is an amazing experience for children. I think an amazing experience for anyone. It has been for me. A friend of mine once said that you're not a real person until you've grown something, which really struck with me, and I think that there's something about that for kids to see a seed that just looks like a little bit of wood or plastic, and to shove that in the ground, and then to be able to come back week after week after week, and they come every week, and watch that grow and change, and then to harvest it and either use it at home crafts here or to take it home, which is probably their favourite thing to do, then it's just an amazing thing, and they remember it. It's something that they've done, and so for our children it's something they remember. There's a whole lot of physical skills too, like how to squat, how to balance, how to use tools, how to be safe, all of those kinds of things. So it's just enormous. There's a whole lot of skill areas and enjoyment, just being able to be outside. For our kids, it's actually a potential job for them too. Lots of our students could get jobs in nurseries and do so when they're older and they've left secondary school. So it's apart from enjoyment and learning things as a little kid, it might actually be something that they can have as a passion and find employment, which is quite difficult for some of our students. So the gardening we've done this year, it goes from year to year. So when we came back to school this year, we harvested tomatoes and things that we had planted at the end of last year. Unfortunately, the corn had already finished and was nice and dry on the stalks, and that's just the thing. The weather happens in the time that it takes, and so we didn't get to eat the corn ourselves, but we hung it up and the birds came and ate it. So that was fun as well. We've also we've been planting broad beans. We've got a whole lot of lettuces growing. We've got some parsley growing. The kids have put peas in. We harvested apples from the apple trees. We've got a bush tucker garden, which we didn't plant anything in that this year. That's been ongoing from last year, but we were able to harvest some berries from the ruby saltbush, so the kids got to pick those and taste them. We've just been harvesting some of our mandarins and opening them up. So there's been a lot of, we planted garlic as well. We've harvested our strawberries and they've all gone to sleep for the winter. We've been picking lemon verbena, and we made tea out of lemon verbena, and the children were able to remember that last year we picked spearmint and made tea from spearmint. We also collect the quail eggs, and we've boiled them for the kids to have a taste of them and to learn how to peel an egg and to practice peeling eggs. We've got flowers growing, and that's probably about it at the moment, and the lemons get picked. Yeah. Gardening at home is a lovely connection that the kids can have between home and school because of our gardening program. And I think there's certainly some children who've said, because of what they took home and they've hassled their families and they've ended up growing them. If we've had extra things like some garlic cloves went home because we didn't have room to plant them here, and so that just was a natural consequence for that family to start growing them. And lots of kids have already had lots of experience with gardens at their house, so it means that that's something that they recognise between home and school, is that that's something that lots of people do, and they can talk from their experience, and other children get to hear that and say, oh wow, that sounds really good. So, all of the, I haven't even touched on all the health aspects of growing your own food and all the energy aspects of that, is that you're doing it yourself and you're not having to travel in your car, and we talk a little bit about that from the environmental side. But I just think that for children to understand, for all people to understand where their food comes from and what it actually does look like and what you have to do in order to create it and for it to be nice, and sometimes it doesn't work and sometimes it does, I think it's really, really valuable, really enjoyable for them.
Russo